Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello, podcast world. Welcome to my channel. Today is 3/31/2021, and that's March 31st, 2021 at 12:08 p.m. And it's the last day of March, so I figured, why not? Why not make some kind of pod of my cast? Like, let me know what's going on. Let me know what the story is. Let me know what y'all talking about. Because I'm here today to talk to you about talking to me, about talking to you, about talking to you, about talking to me. You know what I mean? Yada the mean. Alright, let's get to business. Today, I'm going to talk about, as always, mainly what I talk about when I have nothing else to talk about is television. I'm talking about last night, I watched the episode of The Flash, and this morning I watched the episode of the new episode of Supergirl. Oh my gosh, between the two, great. Let's see, what do I have to say about Flash? I have to say that not even Flash's own fears can stop him when it comes to running. Run, Flash, run. That's all you gotta do, Barry. Run, Flash, run. And if you run fast enough, you will be able to save everyone, or something like that. Last night's bad guy was called you guessed it, Psych, named by the one and only Cisco Ramon, and I can't remember the other bad person's name, Farce, or something like that. What he said that the name he gave was Spanish for strength, you know. So anyway, Psych is basically having powers to amplify one's fear to a level that is extreme. Not to mention that the one and only Killer Frost is now the one and only, two and only Killer Frost and Caitlin Snow. Now, they were hit by some mirror blast or something, blah, blah, blah. And now they're separated, blah, blah, blah. And they're, Killer Frost doesn't want to go back to being a part of the Katie Snow, Killer Frost, Katie combo. She wants to have her own her. And Katie wants them to go back to being the way things were. So, I don't know what to say about that at the end of the day. I kind of only feel like Katie's afraid because if something happens to her, she doesn't have Killer Frost's meta powers to, frost out. And if you got the meta gene also allows you to heal faster, etc., etc. So, keep that in mind. Now she's just regular, smart, medical doctor Caitlin Snow. So that's part of it. So then you have the other stuff that's going on. Cisco no longer has his powers, but he has, they called it Mecha Vibe, and he has built a machine to where he can vibe stuff or whatever. Anyway, I think it's weird. I don't think he should have ever taken the cure. I feel like what he had going on was great. One of the greatest powers ever, to where he could basically breach wormholes and vibe you here and there. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really know the extent of his powers because when he was on an alternate dimension, alternate Earth or whatever, I think it's Earth 2 maybe, I don't remember. Whichever one it was, it doesn't really matter. His double was named something another, and he was like, he was a bad guy. He was like, no idea, no clue how powerful you really are. So, just a thought. Then you have Cecilia, and she, she's an empath, so she could feel the fear anytime the fear was coming up, and every time Sight was using his fear blasting powers, she could feel it because she's an empath, and that's basically what empaths do. And then, if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, look it up, do your research. Empath just means that they can feel and sense emotions, and her powers are growing, so she can also transfer emotions or whatever. So blase, every time that he came into the picture, every time he came to Central City and used his powers, his fear blasting powers, his psych out, cortisone levels would rise from the fear, and it's just a bad. No, you don't want that. Nobody wants to be afraid. It don't matter what you're afraid of, no matter what you're seeing. It doesn't matter what they showed whoever was being showed about the fear. You don't want that fear. You don't want to be afraid. So, just something to think about. But, ultimately, they used DeVoe's chair to amplify Cecile's power to help Flash take down Sight. Boom. Spoiler alert. Sorry, not sorry. You should have already seen the episode. It's already out. But, you know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. Now, because I watch everything on Fire Stick, etc., I feel like I don't know what's coming on, whatever came on afterwards. It wasn't normal night, because normal night would have been Superman and Lois, right? But tonight, last night was Supergirl, and it went by so fast from the pickup from the last season when they were taking down Leviathan. And the whole time you were trying to figure out who Leviathan was. And the whole time you was like, Brainy was helping Lex take down Leviathan. And everybody was like, oh my God, Brainy, you're being such a jerk and you're being such an asshole. But meanwhile, he's helping Lex Luthor, of all people, take down Leviathan. And so by the end of the episode, he's stuck in this chamber, dying. He's turning all kinds of funky colors, green and whatnot, and, just laying there dying. And his girlfriend, Dreamer, is sensing Brainy dying in the Leviathan lair. So she goes to him on the first episode. This episode, I might say, season 7, episode 1, and now it's like Brainy shrunk down Leviathan, and Lex became super powered, a god, and now he's his obsession with Kryptonians is what is ultimately his downfall. His mother even said so. So, I mean, everyone who's in this episode, the Supergirl cast, who's got the ability to save the world. You got Martian Manhunter, you got McGann, you've got Alex, and she gets a new code name, by the way, of Sentinel, which is a story that her and John, Martian Manhunter, talk about, and she was like a kind of like a guardian or whatever, watcher or whatever of his planet, yada yada yada. And she was like, Sentinel, that sounds like a great name. Boom. Because if you don't remember, Alex got these cool powers after Crisis, I think, and now she has powers, and she's been using them because I think Alex died or something. I can't remember, I don't feel like going back into that. If you really want to know, watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths. It was the best crossover ever. Ever. Best crossover. Longest best crossover ever, and it crossed over into so many different shows of the DC, CW, Arrowverse. So check it out. It's, if you missed it, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what they're talking about. They say on Flash, and they talk about Crisis, and then they talk about it on pretty much all the other shows, whatever. Things are just different. Things are so different. So, I mean, hopefully here soon. I think the Legends of Tomorrow will come out next month. I think, if not next month, May or whatever. So definitely check that out. Now, there is something else going on today. Today is March 31st, and hey, like I say, there's so much that happened on the Supergirl episode where everyone came together to basically, ultimately, end up having to take down Lex Luthor. Now, I think I said enough. I think this was enough of the intro of the season for Supergirl. So, check it out, so that way I won't have to spoil anything on that, because I wasn't even aware that Supergirl was coming on out last night. I guess I have to really keep track of it. I have downloaded an app to keep track of that stuff. So it's called the Next Episode. Let's see, Next Episode app. Download it. It'll let you know what's coming on, when, and when's what and where. Because I'm still ready to see Netflix release the new season and final season of Ozark. So something to think about. Now, when you come down to it, like I say, today is March 31st, 2021, and today of all days, oh, why me? Oh, this is the day that Godzilla finally meets Kong. So, guys, get out there and watch it. Go. Let's get the movies jumping again. I mean, let's get the popcorn and Coke popping and chopping and rocking again, you know. Let's go. Like, let's make out in the movies like we used to. Let's get off in there and, you know, girls, you wear a dress. Guys, you buy some popcorn with a hole in the bottom. You'll thank me later for that advice. Big popcorn, big hole. And ladies, make sure you dig deep for that popcorn. So, you know, and keep the Coke on standby. Now, with all of that said, I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate everything that I had to say for you to listen to. And I'm always thankful for those of you who join, subscribe, shout me out, all of that, to any of my channels. Right now, we're podcasting. After this, it'll be YouTubing. You know, I've got it all. So go check me out on all platforms, all social media platforms. And definitely don't forget, I'm always talking about bringing the peace. So bring it. Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop hot content like this, and stay tuned for the next video.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.